Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes, all the product I use and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products and help support my channel. It's most appreciative. There's a link to our Facebook group. We love to have you join that. There's my email address if you have any questions. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me grow in YouTube world. Today we're going to be playing with beautiful butterflies. I've already played with it once, but you know, you can never have too much fun with butterflies. But I decided to also bring in something from the annual catalog. The sketched butterflies. More butterflies is better. Actually, today I'm using two. I'm using Thinking of You and Hope is a Beautiful Thing That Flutters in the Soul for the verses of my card. But I'm using these two butterflies and we're using some dies and some other stuff. So let's get started. I think we're going to start with some die cutting and some embossing. So let me get Otto out here. And, oh, I haven't showed you what we're going to make. You want to see? Okay. Little stamped envelope. And here's our little fluttery butterfly who moves a little bit. Not as much as the other one, but he does move. And then inside is that one. It's a nice, simple card. So let's start with, let's do embossing first. I'm going to plate 1 and plate 4 because we're going to be using the great big embossing folder. And you're going to need a piece of white cardstock. As soon as I can put my hand on it. Got a whole stack of them here. I just can't pick out one. That is 5 1/4 by 4. And you can position it anywhere in your card you want. I'm going towards more sides so I'll get a few of the smaller butterflies. The big one's fine, but I wanted to get a few small ones off to the side here. So that's what I've done. But anywhere in there you want. It's up to you. It's your card. And run that through the 3D folder. And that will give us our beautiful embossed piece. Now we need a piece of Highland Heather. Hang on here, I've got to grab my pieces out of here. And he's an overkill, but a piece of Highland Heather. And we're going to need the big butterfly die. And I showed this last week, or week before, a while ago. You set that right inside of there. And then you're going to put your cardstock in. Make sure your cardstock covers everything. Flip it over, make sure everybody's inside, covering the cardstock. Again, plates 1 and 4. Put that in like that. And we will get a die cut and embossed butterfly. Now this would be quite pretty to put around something, so you might want to think about using that for pieces or something. But there's our butterfly. So we have one more butterfly to cut out. Oh, we have one more piece. I forgot, we do have one more piece to cut. And what did I just do with that piece of paper? I had another piece of Highland Heather here. Oh, I didn't do it. Well, we'll do it in here. This is the embossed piece that we just made. And there's a body to the butterfly we need. You can do it out of plain paper. I did it out of plain last time, but I'm going to use that little piece of embossed area. I need plate 1. Plate 2. Plate 3, and we'll need another plate 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that embossed area. I'm not going to pull out another piece of paper. And I'll grab me a little Post-it here. And we will run that through the machine. Yes, it'll go through the little machine too, but this one's out. And we'll see how that looks. Post-it tape doesn't stick real bad, but sometimes it wants to. Let me grab a little pokey tool here so we can get his body out of here. Yeah, doing it out of the piece you just embossed, you just got tiny little dots in his body. Not much, but it's fine. You don't need to pull out another piece of paper. Okay, we do have a piece of the Baroque, Beautiful Bokeh. I'm probably saying it wrong. DSP. This is 3 by 6. Now we're gonna get two things out of this. So we're gonna die cut this, and so we wanna get it off to this side as far as we can, because we need to leave a piece here. And I'm going to show you why in a second. This is where you get the most use out of this DSP, for this card. Okay, and I believe that is all the die cutting we need to do. I'll use my plate to hold all my pieces on. Extra little pieces out real quickly. Pull him out of the... And I will come back and clean my butterfly out in a minute, but there's our beautiful piece. Now, I'm gonna get rid of this real fast. Sorry about that. I want to get those pieces picked up. Out of this piece, I am going to be using the 1 3/4 punch because I wanted to punch out a circle. And you could probably get other little bits and pieces out of that. But that way you can make 2 of these cards with 1 sheet of DSP. Okay, so now it's time to do some stamping. And we're going to need a mat for some, and some we're not. So for the inside of the card, the inside of the card is the same size as the front. Like I said, all the dimensions are listed below. And I don't need a mat for this part. We are going to say the verse, "Hope is a beautiful thing that flutters in the soul." And this is Highland Heather. Put that right in the center. And then this little piece here is the thinking of you. And we're gonna put it clear to the bottom. Oh, that's a poor excuse. Well, you know, both sides will work on this paper just fine. There we go. That's better. Actually, I was on the wrong side to begin with. I think it was trying to tell me something. Yeah. And then we do need to stamp some butterflies. And you could use the other sketch butterflies if you wanted. I thought about using them, but it's whatever you choose to do. And then we want to put a butterfly on our envelope. And I think I'll use this one. And I think that's all of our stamping. So let's build a card. This is Highland Heather. It is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Go ahead and put our insides in. As soon as I find some glue. Why do I have a feeling I grabbed a dead bottle of glue? I did. Well, we have another one here. He's on his way out too, but I think he's got a little more life left in him. You could make this out of different colors. I mean, the beautiful colors in that paper. Use it lots of pretty ways. Okay, and then the front of our card. Oop, I forgot something, so I'm going to do this very carefully. You're supposed to put this on first. This needs to get put right here. You hang on for a second. I'm grabbing a silicone mat so I can set this down. You want to put glue at the bottom here. Do this before you put glue on the back of your piece and put it up in the corner here like this. Or if you did what I did, put it on the silicone mat. You know, I always make mistakes or forget something. And then I'm going to pick this up carefully and I'm going to just flip it over. I'm going to trim it off right like that. And I didn't waste too much glue. A lot of it's still there. And then we'll put this in the center here. And this, I will just set off to the side and let it dry and it'll peel right off. Or I can take it to the sink and wash it. So put this piece on first. Okay, now it's time to build our butterfly. And what did I do with his little, just a moment here. I just die cut it. What did I do with him? You watched me die cut him. We may have to die cut another one if I can't find him in a second. Don't you just love when you do something and you can't find it? It is not around here. Look on the floor real fast. Okay. Sorry, we are going to die cut this one more time because I've lost the piece. And we definitely need him. When you're cutting small pieces, be careful. They can disappear very easily. And I'm just going to put this right on one of the pieces that was already embossed. Doesn't matter where. Now that I do this, you know I'll find it, right? Doesn't take much to die cut one more piece. Now I'll find him, you right? Oop. Get out of there. Let's try antennae. He's got the little dots just like the other one. Okay. I'm picking him up and I'm setting right here. Everybody keep an eye on him so he doesn't disappear. All right. Oh, told you as soon as I did it, I'd find him. I'll save him. Okay, so we're going to mount this right in the center here with just a little glue. And try to get him as straight in there as possible. And then we're going to take this and glue it in over the top. Hang on to it to the antennae. Little glue on him. And it's going to go right through the center and right up and over his other antenna. He has double antennae. Just like that. That way it allows you to maneuver your butterfly wings a little bit. So that's that part. Now we're going to print this on the front of the card. And I'm going to use Dimensionals to do that. And I'm going to put 3 Dimensionals. And these are the full size. I'm going 1 right by where his head is. And then 2 down through the body. Just like that. And then I'm going to mount him Make sure I'm all inside the card base here, framework. Okay, and then he needs some bling. So I'm using, these are the Glossy Dots, what are they? Glossy Dot Assortment. There's gorgeous grape in here. I'm going to use one of the large ones for his head. Right there. And then I'm going to use a medium one. Out there. And a small one right about there. Now we're not done yet because I decided he needed a little more bling. And if you didn't notice, he was winked out. So grab your Wink of Stella. This is the type of project you need Wink of Stella for. Because, you know, butterflies, when they're flying, I'm just making sure my fluid's moving. And I'm just going to start going over this. And I don't care if it gets on the inside, the outside. The more, the better. I think this is the almost, no, this is a new one. It shouldn't be. Hang on. There it goes. Oh, yep, there it goes. Make sure you don't have it over anything solid. Now I got lots of Wink of Stella. I'm just going to start winking his antenna. I'll just pull some more of this. And put more wink over here. I am putting Wink of Stella everywhere. I will hold it up because I know Wink of Stella is hard to see in the camera. I think that's pretty good. We got a lot of wink on him. And you can even lift this up and put a little more down here if you want. I got it on the desk. I might as well. Don't want to waste it. A little more wink down here. It does get quite wet. Let me grab something to wipe this extra up before I put my hands in it. And let me hold this up so you can see how much Wink of Stella I have on. You can see the wink in that. He is very shiny butterfly. So that's my card today. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you give it a try. This butterfly set is gorgeous and I love it. So everybody have a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Goodbye.